So I thought I would make my own video of classical Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 3 and everything that goes to do with this. What is classical Hodgkin's lymphoma? Well, it is where your blood changes in your body and it creates different types of hormones and blood cells that become cancer. Does anybody in your family have to have cancer in order for you to get this type of cancer or any type of cancer? It's not like breast cancer and it's not like colon cancer or heart cancer. Nobody in your family has to have classical Hodgkin's lymphoma in order for you to get lymphoma. If you are in the range of age 20 to 30 and 40 to 50, 40 to 60, sorry. You are more likely to get this type of cancer regardless. The reason why you get this type of cancer, they still don't know. They know a couple factors that tie into this cancer, but they don't know the exact reason as to why people get this type of cancer. Basically, the number one main factor they believe causes this type of cancer is stress. Stress in your life will cause this type of cancer. If I could say anything about this type of cancer, is just take care of yourself. Any age, it doesn't even matter that you're not classified in this age range of 20 to 30 and 50 to 60 or whatever. Please take care of yourself. You never know what kind of crazy stuff could happen. Yeah, I did call it crazy because it's a very crazy type of cancer that I do suggest doing some research on, because when I did my research on this type of cancer, I was like shocked with how it comes and why people don't understand what it is and anything. As for the stages of this type of cancer, it goes from stage 1, which is having one lymph node area, which is this right here, one lymph node area in your body. It could be on your neck, it could be underneath your armpit, or down in your groin area. Stage 2 is having multiple. You have more than one lymph node growing in your neck, in your armpit, or in your groin area, which is diagrams. More than one lymph node in your diagram, below your diagram or above your diagram. Stage 2 is having multiple growing in your diagram, below or above your diagram. Stage 3, which I currently have, is when you have many in both below and above your diagrams. Stage 4 is when you have it in both areas, including your spleen and bone marrow. My health. What made me decide that there is something wrong with me, other than, of course, as you can tell, I have things growing in my neck, which is not very usual for an old person now, is it? What made me know that I'm sick and that there is something wrong with me? The fact that since June of 2014, I have not felt right. I have been very ill. And when I say ill, it's not like when you get the flu or when you get a cold and you're just like, sick, coughing, and you have something wrong with you. But like with colds and flus, I guess you get the fever, you get coughing, you get all sorts of different things. That's very easy to explain that, hey, you have the flu or you have the cold, or you have food poisoning or something. Well, when you get sick with lymphoma, you start throwing up, vomiting, you can't keep food down, you start having colds you're always cold or you're always hot. You start having dizziness, and then eventually stuff starts growing inside your throat, which this used to be the size of a golf ball. It used to hang down, and I've had surgery right here, as you can tell, where they've already removed 4 of my lymph nodes before these ones started growing. And you basically start feeling things growing inside your body, either on your neck or in your armpit or your groin area. Like I said, for me, it was my neck that I started seeing things growing. My answers. I've been fighting since June of 2014 to get answers. I have seen multiple different doctors, and multiple different doctors have told me they don't understand what's going on with me. So October 8th, 2015, I finally decided enough is enough. I'm not going to feel like this, and I'm going up to Mayo. In Mayo Clinic, Rochester is one of the best hospitals that you can get into within the world. So I finally got my answers in October 2015 on the 26th. I finally received a phone call from my doctor stating that, hey, you do have classical Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 3. Came around a little bit later. The stage that I was in came a little bit later, but he did tell me that I had classical lymphoma, and that he basically let me know that, hey, you do have cancer, and we're gonna take care of this up here really good. Once I started going to my hematologist, they did my stages, and they did the bone marrow where they took it out of both my hip bones. That did hurt. I woke up immediately right after the surgery. Even though I was supposed to be asleep for another 30 minutes, I woke up right away, and I jumped up out of my chair, and I was like, let's go. Where's the next appointment? That's how many appointments I've had, that I wasn't sure as to what I was doing after my surgery, but all I know is that I got up and was ready to go right away. Chemo. Chemo. You have many options with chemo. You can either put port in, which they put it in your chest area. You can put an invert in, which is hanging out of your body, and I do not suggest that because it is very easy to be ripped out, and it comes with a lot of infection possibilities. That one is very dangerous. Or you can have an IV. I'm currently doing my chemo through my IV. My first chemo wasn't all that good. I got burned, as you can tell. I ended up in the hospital for 4 days with pneumonia. I thought I was dying, honestly, the way it made me feel. It hurt. It just made me feel very sick and everything. But my second chemo, which just finished yesterday, I'm happy to announce that it went really good. They did it in my hand. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. They did it in my hand right there. They pumped chemo through me, and